Hi guys, I am doing the video that a few people had asked about my kids' reborns, and I said in the haul video that I would give you some information on them and do kind of more close-ups and stuff as well as I could. It's nighttime, so it's harder to do, and so anyways, these are my kids' reborns. This one is Alicia, my daughter named, and this one is Hamilton, my son named. They are both the Kyle kit from Bountiful Babies. I think they're 22 inches long on 3/4 limb body. They came dressed for Christmas since they were a Christmas surprise, but the artist that did them also sent they had a huge box opening, and she's like, I was so excited to be able to do this. This was her first year doing it, and she was excited to watch the kids live because it was a Zoom open it and the kids being all excited. And then her and I have been in correspondence because the outfit that my daughter's doll came in had some really beautiful Christmas frilly socks for girls. Well, the artist didn't realize when she put them on her that she accidentally put two of the same sock on. So the socks are like frilly at the ends of them, and then they have bows on them. So there's obviously a right sock and a left sock because the bow goes on the outside of the ankle. And she accidentally sent two of the same sock. So she just realized that the other day, and we waited until they were opened. I shipped her sock back, and she's going to ship the other sock here. So I've been talking, and I've been sending her pictures of the kids with their babies. So she's super excited for them to have their babies, and the kids are loving their babies. Like I showed in the haul, they each got to pick out some clothes for their baby. And then, well, we were at Once Upon a Child, and then they had a bunch of clothes that were in their boxes. Well, my daughter and I were going through the box the other day, or yesterday, everything after they opened it. We currently have it sitting back in the box that it came in because we need to get something to put. I need to get something for both of them because they got babies from this organization last year, which their babies are different sizes. Last year, my daughter got, I believe, a Joseph Asleep newborn Reborn from, if I remember correctly, and I can't remember which kit my son got, which was also a Bountiful Baby. My son's doll from last year was, I think it was bigger than these two, if I remember correctly. And then my daughter's was a preemie size. So those babies have different size clothing. So I'm thinking of getting like one of those smaller 3 drawers where like they can put in one, to organize their baby clothes. They can put one drawer, like the diapers, their bottles. The babies from last year, my son's was bald, and I believe my daughter's had painted hair. Hers may be bald too. I know for sure my son's is bald. So last year's babies don't have brushes. Well, these two are obviously rooted hair. They've got this really super soft, light blonde mohair. So the artist rooted them this year, and this year's babies came with brushes and like the detangler, conditioning spray. So the artist this year went all out. And I'm not saying the artist is last year. The artist last year went all out too. But I'm thinking of getting like a 3-drawer system for them to put their dolls' clothes in. My daughter actually has her baby sleeping in, she has that, you've seen it in older videos of mine. It's like one of those Fisher-Price rocking bouncers. My daughter has one currently, and that's where Alicia's been sleeping. Poor Hamilton my son's been putting him in bed with him. So he's been getting to co-sleep with Daddy. And my son asked for one of the bouncers. So I found one on Marketplace that hopefully I can go pick up tomorrow to put in my son's room for Hamilton to sleep in. I'm pretty sure Potter will sleep in it too. My daughter's doll from last year's name is Alex, I believe, is what she named it. So they both now have 2 Reborns, and they love them to death. And like I said, okay, so I regress. So I was doing the clothes, and my daughter had asked if we could wash them in Dreft, because that is her all-time favorite. She washes her own clothes in Dreft. That's what she likes. She has sensitive skin like me. She can use the free and clear like I have, but like I said, she prefers the Dreft, so I'm not going to push it. I'll just buy the Dreft for her. It works. And so we washed the stuff from Once Upon a Child, as well as the clothes that they got from the artist, which, I mean, like I said, this artist went all out. Most of the clothes that my kids got from her were brand new with the tags on it. Like these 2 sleepers. So anyways, I pulled them out of the dryer, and I was getting their clothes ready to put up. And my kids grabbed their pajamas, so I got pictures of them getting their babies ready for bed, and they're these cute little Carter sleepers, and they were still warm from the dryer. And then both of the kids cuddled up with their baby and watched some TV before doing what we've been doing is our Hanukkah just before they go to bed. So I have found a YouTube channel that it's a church in Idaho, I believe it's Boise, Idaho, that it mixes the doctrine of Christianity and the doctrine of Judaism together. So if you go to this church, you're being taught both Judaism as well as Christianity, which actually I think that's an awesome idea in itself. That, I mean, you can kind of, especially kids growing up in a church like that, like you're growing up in 2 different religions, so if you want to choose one over the other or stay in that church, I mean, that's awesome, in my opinion. So they've been doing a nightly video on Hanukkah where they teach a little lesson dealing with what happened with Hanukkah and around the Jewish people. And then they do kind of, it's almost like a mini little preach session in less than 5 minutes, which is great. It's quick to the point. Then they do a little prayer as you light the menorah, and then you pray along. And like I said, most of these videos are under 5 minutes, which is perfect for my kids, because I was looking for Hanukkah prayers, and most of them are in Hebrew, which for the Jewish people is great, and eventually I want to get there. But for the first year of my family celebrating Hanukkah, especially with my son having autism, it's just easier for him to be able to understand what they're saying right now. So we listen to this prayer. We do it. They tell you when to light the menorah, so we light the menorah, and then we do the little prayer, and then the kids open up their little Hanukkah gift that the elves have been bringing them. And they've actually thoroughly enjoyed it. Tonight, actually, or today, I went to the library and got all the kids' books I could find on Hanukkah. So we read those tonight. So before we did our Hanukkah for the evening, the 2 sat down and cuddled their babies while watching TV. I kind of kept their babies from them tonight because I needed to make this video. So anyways, like I said, this is Alicia. She does have cute little pierced ears. And she's got like the little, my daughter likes this. She's got little scratches on her face like a real baby would, Mom. And in another video, I have the information of the artist who did these babies. So here's her little hand. Here's her other little hand. And obviously her feet are in her sleeper, but her legs end about here and her hips go up to here. And then her arms end there, and there's where her shoulder armpit area is. And then he, like I said, he's identical. So this is Hamilton. There's his hands and his little face. So they're sweet little Reborns. They're perfect for kids, in my opinion. They've got a lot of detail to them. They've got a lot of realism and detail to them. Probably more so than the camera's showing. I mean, are they to the standards of Sean? No. But, like, even looking at this Reborns artist prices, for her prices, she does great work. Where Michelle, for her price point, who did Sean, did fantastic work for that price point. In my opinion, I've seen Reborn artists that are just beginners, and I'm not saying this artist is a beginner, but they're wanting to charge like Michelle's prices for Reborns. And in my opinion, are there some like that just come out of the start that have this artistic ability to do this realism instantly? Yes, there are some people that are like that, and that's any artistic form. But there are some mediocre Reborn artists that are just starting out, and I'm not saying that to be rude, but they're wanting like the big bucks. I've even seen a few long-time mediocre Reborn artists that think, and sadly some of them do fetch the big bucks because they supposedly have the name behind it. But then you see them in person and it's like, I paid how much for this? I could have got a way better doll for a lot less from somebody else. But anyways, these two are perfect for kids. They're not budget babies in any way, shape, or form. They're not boo-boo babies either, but they're perfect for my kids, and they love them. And then, like I said, they've got these sleepers, so I never described them. They're Carter's terry cloth sleepers, both of them are. My daughter's is pink with this cute little kitty face. They side snap down, and it's got these little gray and white striped ears, and it's got an embroidered kitty face. And then my son's is white with these two little gray ears. And then it's got a gray embroidery face, and we think it's supposed to be a bear. My son hasn't decided if it's a bear or a dog yet. I think it's a bear, personally, but my son's saying it's a dog because the ears look too small to be dog ears to me. So that is what Hamilton is wearing, and that's what Alicia is wearing. And they both do have magnetic pacifiers, as did their ones from last year. I honestly have not checked. Let's see. Okay, so they have the same polarity to each other. I haven't checked yet. Somehow, at this point, I'm going to check right now. I have lucked out. And all my Reborns, and because my neonates, I do have magnetic pacifiers in them. They've all been the same polarity. So let's check. Even my kids' other... Nope. These two have the same polarity, but I did not luck out. They have a different polarity than every other baby I own. And my kids' other two babies have the same polarity. So these two will have their own sets of pacifiers, although they'll probably just keep these cute Ulu Bulu pacifiers that they came with. Both of them. Hers is pink and his is blue. And they both say mute button on them. And... they're obviously the same kit, they're Kyle, but they're made to look like twins. So my kids were excited that their babies looked identical. That the difference is, the way they can tell them apart is my daughter's has the earrings. So when the babies didn't have their clothes on earlier, they just had white onesies on. My son's like, at first was like, which one's mine? My daughter goes, mine has the earrings. So... that's really the only difference between these two, and they're adorable. My kids love them. We went to my mother-in-law's the other day. They took them with. They're in love with their babies. So I better get them back to them before I get in trouble. So I hope you enjoyed this video, and I will see you all later. Bye!